5 powerful tips to double your sales results. If your sales team has been working very hard, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, 25 days, 30 days in a month, Saturdays, Sundays, and are still missing their targets, this is the video that will be useful for you, right? Hi everyone, my name is Maneesh Konkar. We are corporate trainers, sales, negotiations, leadership. We have online courses on the same topics, and we also run a digital agency. All the links are there below, and you can check them out. In this particular video, on this channel, we create a lot of content that will help you sell more, sell at higher price points, sell more long term. All right. In this, so here's the video. New Strategic Selling is one of the best books on B2B sales, key account management that you can pick up. I got exposed to these ideas about 15 years back, and my approach towards institutional sales has been completely different since then. Robert Miller and Stephen Hyman are the authors of this book. They talk about 6 different approaches towards institutional sales. And what we're going to do is actually going to talk about in detail these tips on how to improve your sales success. All right, so let's begin. The first point we're talking about is that a lot of times people simply get stuck with the purchase manager. How does B2B sales happen? You have an organization that decides to buy. The buying center is the procurement manager, the purchase manager, and he will issue a tender document. He will issue a request for proposal, an RFP, and different salespeople will respond to it. Now, the problem with the sales side is that the procurement manager is the most price sensitive person in the organization. And if you are talking to the most price sensitive person in the company, unless you are L1, which is the lowest price provider of that product in the market or service, chances are that your conversion ratios are very, very low. So the first point that the book talks about, which we have implemented in various organizations, is an approach that covers 4 buying influences in the organization. Which are those 4 buying influences? Those 4 buying influences are, first of all, you have a user. Okay. Now, who is a user? A user is someone who uses the product or service on the job, has good influencing power, looks at only the left side of the menu card. I'll explain this left side, right side of the menu card in just a moment. So I'll take a hypothetical example. Let's say you are a salesperson for a laptop company. Okay? Let's say you are selling Lenovo laptops and your target is to sell Lenovo laptops to Airtel. So there will be a user in the organization who uses that product. Who is that user? The vast army of salespeople, 500,000 of them, who are using the laptop. Okay, chances are you're watching this on a laptop. This is what it is. Then there will be a second buying influence, which is a specifier or what is called a technical buyer. Who is a technical buyer? Now, this technical buyer is somebody who sets the specifications of what kind of laptop needs to be purchased. So this person will decide and say, okay, it needs to have some X GB of RAM, it needs to have some X GB of Y GB of storage space, and it needs to have ABCD software that is loaded into it. So this is a technical buyer. When I'm selling laptops to an organization, this technical buyer will be the head of the IT department in the organization. And then there will be a buyer called an economic buyer. Now, who is an economic buyer? The economic buyer is the only one who can say yes. Let me see where is this term of yes or no that's coming from? Who is a technical buyer? A technical buyer is somebody who evaluates and shortlists. He's like a filter. This person can say no, but he cannot say yes. Okay. He looks at only the right side of the menu card. Now we saw in the user that the user looks at only the left side of the menu card. So if I'm selling laptops to a user, what is the user looking at? He's interested in the features of the laptop. He's interested in the storage capacity, the software that I put up. Is he interested in price? Not really. Who is interested in price? The commercial buyer. Who is interested in the specifications of the laptop? It's the technical buyer. So what is the technical buyer interested in? He's saying the laptop should have 1 terabyte of storage space. Now, if your laptop has 500 GB of storage space, it is a no-go. But if you have 2 terabytes of storage space, it doesn't mean that your product is twice X better than some other competitor whose product has 1 terabyte of storage space. Why? Because it's like a filter. Anybody who's above the criteria makes it. Anybody who's below the criteria gets rejected. Works on only the right side of the menu card means what? He's only interested in price. So to a procurement person, with a procurement buyer, now we've got two types of influencers over here. You got a technical influencer and you got the commercial buyer. Fine. So that's the second piece. And the third, okay, the fourth group of people in the organization is an economic buyer. Now, this is not the person who is signing on a check. This is the only one who can say yes. He's usually an owner or a business head. He's the person from where the budget gets sanctioned. He's a profit center head. He has SPO responsibilities. He behaves like a king, decides his own, sets scope for others, looks at both sides of the menu. All right. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that we make, that we have seen salespeople in B2B setups, in institutional sales, in project sales make, is that they only talk to the procurement manager in a company. The message that Miller Hyman give us is if you talk to all four buying influences, so you talk to the user, and what is the idea? The idea is these four buying influences want different things, and therefore your sales pitch has to be customized to all these four players. Right? If you check your sales team and if they are only talking to procurement, chances are that they are having a very, very difficult time closing deals. Let me take another example. Let's say I'm selling paint to a builder. Who is the user? The user is the painter and the project manager who is at the site. The technical buyer will be a specialist sitting in head office who approves. For example, if I'm selling electrical products, okay, any construction material. So a technical buyer will be somebody who's part of, let's say, the maintenance team of a factory. Economic buyer will be the plant head. Okay, that's the idea. If I am selling, let's say, medicines to a hospital, the user will be the nurses and the what is called the key opinion leader, the head of cardiology, the head of diabetic. That is the guy who is the user. The technical buyer will be the procurement manager of the hospital, and the economic buyer will be the CEO, the key business leader, the KBL of the organization. The number one mistake that we have made, I've seen salespeople do in B2B institutional sales, is that they only talk to procurement. And what is the problem with procurement? The procurement guy usually comes into the marketing cycle, the buying cycle much, much later. Now, let's take a second, okay, part of this entire story. How does the buying process happen in the company? Well, uh, where does the buying process start? The buying process starts when the user experiences pain. If you're not able to see this, the box that I have over there on the right hand side, A is when the user experiences pain. So let's say I'm selling catering services to a large organization. Let's like a company like Accenture. I'm the caterer there. When does the buying process of Accenture looking for a new caterer start? When the existing user experiences pain, meaning people are unhappy with the food. So what do? That's when it starts. So in Xerox, we had this statement called no pain, no sale. If the user organization does not have a pain area, it is extremely difficult for us to actually enter the organization also because they are happy with what they are getting. So user experiences pain. Second, buying, when does the buying process advance? When the economic buyer acknowledges the pain of the users. Now the economic buyer initiates action to address the pain. He tells the technical buyer to take action. The technical buyer issues tender documents, requests for proposals. The entire sales ecosystem in the market responds to this technical buyer. The technical buyer shortlist proposal, and step 6, the economic buyer decides in consultation with technical team and the user team. All right. Now, what is the problem in talking only to procurement? Is A, we have already seen, is the most price sensitive person in the company. B, the technical buyer, the procurement manager himself comes into the buying process a little late. Like, look at where he's coming. He's coming in step D of a 6-step process. He's coming in step 4. If we want to get into the buying cycle, we need to talk a little earlier, and therefore user experiencing pain becomes the main point. All right. So many times the procurement manager will operate on his own without any need being established. He is unlikely to recommend a vendor because of the huge risk, because people will say सेल्स का आदमी पीता है, परचेस का आदमी खाता है, तो तभी कंपनी चलता है. Unless a lot of salespeople, I mean, of course, drink a lot. The English translation to this entire piece is that procurement managers are have a reputation of being on the take from various vendors, and many times procurement managers tend not to be very influential with the king. I need to impress. Sometimes tend to be unreasonable, okay? And it's very difficult to go bottom up in a company, right? So, having said that, therefore, what is the idea? The idea is that we have to enter the buying cycle as early as possible. And if the buying cycle begins from the user, then it is the user that we have to talk to. The technical buyer also has to be spoken to. The economic buyer also has to be made a pitch to. And therefore, step number two, what is the difference? Is we many times, second mistake is we make the same sales pitch to all these four players. They want different things. So procurement, for example, purchase and commercial will want price. How much is the percentage discounts that you are giving from the first price? How are you in terms of reliability of supplies, convenience of doing business? We don't want to give you too much of the business, so we'll give 70% to one party, 30% to another party. These are the issues that purchase is interested in. But what is the technical buyer interested in? The technical buyer is interested in only the, on whether the product meets the quality specifications or not. And are you able to add any value to him in terms of technical knowledge? This was not the expectation of purchase. Purchase had a different set of expectations. What is the user interested in? The user interested in total operating cost. If I'm buying an air conditioner from you, what is my operating cost? It is the price which is being paid by procurement, but I'm running the electricity bill. I'm responsible for the maintenance. If something needs to be maintained, how quickly are you going to respond? And I'm interested in growing the business with the product that you are selling to me. Economic buyer is where there is a big challenge. I am now talking about the business impact on total cost, quality, and time, overall business growth. All right. Now, see the point that we are making. What Miller Hyman talk about is that if you have, first of all, are you even talking to people other than procurement? Many times you find there is only one group of people that an institutional salesperson actually ends up talking to. Second, are you making customized sales pitches to each of these four different players in the market? Many times that simply does not happen. All right. The third point is now when you talk to each of these three people, most of the time we do only a logical sales pitch. What we also need to do is an emotional sales pitch. Now, what is the difference? What is the difference between a logical pitch and an emotional pitch? A logical pitch is that this product will save you money. This product will save you time. How much time will it save? Today you're doing 10 things, 10 days to produce a particular 1 ton of material. With my technology, with my product, this 10 days will come down to 8 days. All right. What is the emotional benefit? The emotional benefit would be that you would be credited with this technology coming into the company for the first time. It would look good. The department will be will improve its efficiency, and therefore this will set up a career progress path for you. Now, wins are personal, results are what are business results. So both are critical. That's the point that Miller Hyman talk about. Okay. Fourth point is now, how do I create a strategic account management plan? I have a user, I have a technical buyer, I have a commercial buyer, I have an economic buyer. Who should I approach first? My technical team will talk to the technical team on their side. I need to talk to the user and take his input. My senior guy will talk to their senior guy, the economic buyer at their side. And there has to be one or two people who are the key account manager who actually manage this entire process. That's what we call strategic account mapping. That's step number 4. Step number 5, last step, is uh, what should be the overall script? Is we are not selling products, we are basically selling business solutions. Now, what is the difference? The difference is that, let's say, we worked with a electrical goods company which makes a bus bar trunking system, cabling system, which is used in factories. Now, what was a product sales pitch? The product sales pitch is that this material is used, this bus bar trunking system is very high in quality, and it will get installed in very little time. What is the solution part of the entire story? If normally your electrical installation happens in say 35 days, With our product, it will happen in only 25 days. Therefore, you will save 10 days of electrician's labor. Assuming that you had 5 electricians working with 10 helpers, an electrician costs 2,500 rupees a day, the helper costs 500 rupees a day, 2,500 into 10, 25,000 rupees, so on and so forth. Because you are saving 10 days in time, your factory will be able to start earlier. Therefore, the production will start earlier, right? These are what we call solutions. What are typical solutions? I'm going to save you cost. So we call this framework CQQT. We cover it in detail in our training programs. I'm giving you a brief primer here. Have a look at the book. The book explains this in wonderful detail. Cost, I will save you cost. Manufacturing cost. Quality, I will improve the quality of a process. Right now, your process produces a 3% error rate. Using my software, this 3% error rate will go down to 1%. Quantity, you are producing X tons of production every day. Because of the process that we bring to the table, this X will increase by 20%. Time, today you're taking 35 days to do something. With our services, you will be able to do it in 25 days. You will save 10 days of time. Each of these four benefits of business solutions, which is cost, quality, quantity, and time, can be now converted into a financial impact on the business. This is the result part that we mentioned earlier. All right, so that's it. With this, we come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It is very detailed programs like these, topics like these that we cover in our B2B institutional sales program. This is the core program, following which there is a negotiation skills program, very critical skills, because this will help your sales team produce better, convert more. It will help your sales team talk higher in the company, increase their ticket sizes, and that's how the sales target achievement. My name is Maneesh Konkar. If you have a team that needs to be trained on this, give me a call, and check out our online courses for those of you who are interested. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.